Bluff City Media presents the $2 Sports Show. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Drew Gann and Rusty Witten. Now, let's get to the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the $2 Sports Show. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets, coming to you with my colleague, Uncle Buck, here on the mics for what is quickly becoming our favorite episode to do. We've only done it once before, but y'all are in for a treat tonight as this is a raucous episode for you. Uncle Buck, welcome to the podcast, sir.
Hello, Buckets. How are you?
Doing well, man. It's a day early as we're recording here.
Full disclosure.
I am going to a Larry Fleet concert tomorrow night. If you don't know who he is, that's okay. I didn't either. He is a country music artist who I have grown to like over the last couple of weeks since my good friend and friend of the podcast, Coach Daniel Holmes, shout out Coach Holmes, in Memphis invited me to go. So looking forward to seeing him tomorrow night on our regularly recording nights, Thursday night. So we're here on a Wednesday night and not too bad here in Martin. Drew, how about you? How you doing, brother?
Man, it is just a beautiful day here in North Mississippi. I got a lot of windshield time today at work. Just got to enjoy the outside. Just all around good time. Still getting adjusted to having a new baby.
Yeah.
The 2-year-old in the house. And so that is taking some adjustment, but we're good. I don't know if you can see him now. I'm joined by our first dog, Ted, is in the chair behind me. And so, I'm just glad to be here. Like Rusty said, we have our mascot battle royale NCAA bracket that we're going to fill out in our second and third segments of the show today. So everybody buckle up. It got real weird last time. And
it ended in the only way it possibly could have, though.
Yeah,
and it was the most epic showdown between a force of nature and another force of nature, depending on your perspective.
Right. So we're really excited about this. Hope you guys just buckle in, hang with us, just enjoy the tomfoolery along the way. So with that being said, Rusty, let's just outline what we're going to do this week. We are going to start this week just like we do every other week. Our first segment is going to be our best and beef of the week. It is typically not sports related, just our gripes and happy moments of the week, non-sports related. But this week, I think we will get a little into sports because the majority of our show is going to be taken up by this Mascot Madness, this Mascot Battle Royale. So second and third segments is going to be totally Mascot Battle Royale. Battle Royale.
Welcome to the $2 Sports Show.
It's starting early. So, Rusty, you start every week. I'm going to start this week.
Do it.
My best of the week. We normally talk about this in this third segment, but we're not going to really have much of a third segment to talk about this. And so I'm going to make it my best of the week because it truly is my best of the week. Ole Miss won 2 out of 3 in college baseball this weekend in Oxford against a top 20 team, SEC opening weekend, South Carolina, in what was just an incredibly exciting series to watch. Friday night started out. It was a quick game. It was a a pitching duel for the most part. I was really impressed with South Carolina. They had pitching depth. It seems like every person they brought out of the bullpen and their starting pitchers for the first 2 days especially, none of them had an ERA over 2. And so that's what we got out of Friday night. It was a 3-4 game, I believe, or 4-5. Either way, it's a 1-run, low-scoring college baseball game on a Friday night in Oxford, Mississippi, and just excitement. And it was exciting for all the reasons why you love baseball. It felt like anything could swing it at any time. And then Saturday came around. I was in attendance. Me and my boy Braxton went Friday night. Saturday night was me and my girl Chloe. And Saturday night was another nip-tuck game. It was 3-4 going into the bottom of the 8th inning, in which Ole Miss decided to hang 8 runs on South Carolina in just a dynamic hitting exhibition, the bottom of the 8th inning, to blow that sucker wide open to the point where I was thinking, you had a runner on base and a 10-run rule is in effect for SEC play. You thought you may run rule South Carolina in 1 inning, basically 9 runs in 1 inning. I mean, it's over. But South Carolina did get
an SEC team is that's a big day.
Yeah, I know. You're just setting yourself up. Just wait your turn. And Sunday came along. Ole Miss lost 6-2 to South Carolina. But like Rusty and I said on the podcast last week, anytime you play a home SEC series, you feel like you've got to win 2, and 2 is enough if you're playing a really good team like South Carolina has been so far this year. And for Ole Miss to win 2 and really feel good about all the areas in which you were worried about. Starting pitching was incredible on Friday night and Saturday night. Liam Doyle is a name to look for. A Saturday night guy had really kind of turned into an ace the last 2 weeks. He pitched 6 innings. He had 10 strikeouts and 1 walk. I mean, just absolutely electric. Lefty, kind of diminutive from the mound. He looks like a shorter fellow, but he's hitting 93 to 95 with his fastball and a big breaking ball. He was just dynamic on Friday night. And then Gunnar Dennis was really good. I'm sorry, Liam Doyle was Saturday night. Gunnar Dennis was solid on Friday night. He's more of a thumber, a crafty lefty. And so that was really solid. They still got some work to figure out on Sunday who's going to come out to start it. Grayson Saunier was pretty good. But I'm becoming really optimistic. I'm really liking what this team has turned into. The bats have been good seemingly all year, after Hawaii, that is. And the pitching is coming around, and they're young guys, and so you kind of are appreciating that they're good right now, but don't look now, but you kind of feel good going forward, unless something crazy happens transfer portal wise. But my best of the week is that Ole Miss baseball seems to be good. And good is a baseline. As Ole Miss fans, as your Mississippi State would agree with me, good is your baseline. That's where you want to be, but you really expect to be over good, even more than good. But coming off the year that we just had, not being able to defend our College World Series title because we were pathetic, it feels good to be at your floor right now. And it's early in the season, so where that if teams improve like you expect good teams to do, especially teams that are thrown together in one off season, which this one is, you expect to get better. And so you've kind of got a good baseline. In one poll, Ole Miss moved into the top 25. In another poll, they were number 26. In the D1 poll, the most important poll, if I'm being honest, I can say that Baseball America is my favorite poll because Ole Miss is ranked, but I'd be lying to you. My favorite one is D1. They're right out of it, and that's probably fair. However, the number 25 team in the poll, in the D1 baseball poll, Southern Miss.
Yes, sir.
Last night. And so it always feels good. I tweeted out from our $2 Twitter account last night that Southern Miss may be number 25 in the country, but they're by far number 3 in the state. Mustard Buzzards couldn't handle it. No. It feels good, and it doesn't feel good as a win against Mississippi State, but it still feels good because they are, Ole Miss and Mississippi State both trade the little brother things. It's one thing that kind of brings us together is that we both hate Southern Miss.
Yeah, they are truly little brother.
That's why I felt comfortable as an Ole Miss fan tweeting that out, and I was just like, let this be where we break bread. It's over beating Southern Miss. I'll allow that. Rusty,
this was a virtual handshake for sure.
So, Rusty, I think I know what your best of the week is going to be. Just tell the people. I'm going to take my headphones out.
Yeah, real quick. I did have a great, birthday week last week. It was awesome. Another trip around the sun.
Oh, yeah. Stop. Everybody, take a moment and we'll sing Rusty happy birthday.
Oh, God, here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You're 39 years old, and you look like 102.
I'll drink to that.
Just came up with that off the spot.
I hear that. Yeah. So 37 last week. Great time celebrating. Got my new Grit shirt. Shout out to friend of the podcast, Maggie. And I got my new 901 shirt.
Can she be a friend of the podcast if she hasn't met both members?
Kind of.
This is my Kermit. This is my Kermit.
It's a loose acquaintance for now, I guess. Out of both sides of the mouth. That's an extra T. But no, it was a good week celebrating birthday, and Shelby's just having the time of her life back here. So I do apologize to our listeners back here. She's about wild. But anyway, highlight of the week was celebrating birthday. But my best of the week was Mississippi State had a day on Friday.
They did.
I was
Sunday.
And Sunday. Oh, we're getting there. We're starting with Friday, Good Friday, and then Sunday's coming. So on Friday, I'm at work, decked out as Maroon Friday, wearing my state gear, and we're playing Tennessee. And Drew, I'm in hostile territory, right? I am on enemy turf here.
You're playing LSU.
In basketball, we're getting there.
I
got a whole vest. I've been thinking about this all day.
I'm so past college basketball.
No, I've been thinking about this all day.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Let me take my turn.
I'm turning my mic off.
Yeah. So at lunchtime, I'm watching Mississippi State and Tennessee play basketball in hostile territory because everybody in that clinic's a Tennessee fan outside of the one or two Kentucky fans that are there because we're pretty close to Kentucky here in Martin. And I was very respectful. People kept asking me. I had the game on my computer. They say, Rusty, how's the game going? And I said, it is agreeable basketball for me right now. Or I'd say one of the teams is playing very well. That's all I'd say, because it would be very Mississippi State to be up 30 on Tennessee and then lose by 5. Like, that's just what I expected to happen.
See Kentucky.
Yeah, see Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, we were up 22 at one point, and one of my patients is like, you're still feeling like you're going to lose? I'm like, bro, I've been a Mississippi State fan for long enough. I know when we're going to lose. And this feels like one of those games. It just never felt right. But, man, we just kept cooking. Josh Hubbard had a day. Cam Matthews was all over Dalton Connect. I mean, Dalton Connect had 5 points at halftime. That was it. And that's huge. So we started the day upsetting top 5, number 4 ranked Tennessee Vols in the SEC tournament.
Really knocked them out of the one line, I think, in the tournament.
They were borderline 1 seed. We left no doubt that they weren't one by beating them by 17.
If you're borderline, you get beat by 20.
Yeah.
100%.
And so all over Twitter, it's blowing up about us winning basketball because it's the 11th commandment. Mississippi State shall not win basketball and baseball when they play on the same day. So one of my favorite tweets I saw was it said, my take on the basketball game, LSU is going to beat us by 30 runs tonight. It was kind of the overall arching census on Twitter. But them dogs showed up, buddy. We won 10-3. Big win Friday night. Evan Sierra pitched a gem for the dogs. Just Dakota Jordan continued hating baseballs. Hunter Hines started getting hot again. Bryce Chance hit a bomb. And we scored 10 runs. I texted Drew and was like, I just hope we didn't use all of our runs in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Saturday it looked like that because we got in a hole early. They scored 9 runs in the first 2 innings. It was 9-3 going into the 4th, and I'm like, meh. But we came back and made a game. We lost 9-8, but a very competitive game on Saturday. And then Sunday came. We got Easter around the corner. Not trying to be sacrilegious by any means, but we had a good Friday. But Sunday's coming, brother. And on Sunday, them dogs showed out, man. We won walk-off style, 15-5 in 8 innings. For those of you who don't know, in the SEC, started last year as a run rule. If you're up by 10 after 7, they call a game. And we had the bases loaded, and they walked in the winning run. And,
oh, man.
For it to be your opening SEC series to win 2 out of 3, that's huge. For it to be a home series, go 2 out of 3, that's huge. But when it's the defending freaking national champs and it's LSU and you put up 10, 8, and 15 on their heads, you beat them on your home field. Not only do you beat them convincingly. Like State, Aaron Fitt, shout out Aaron Fitt at D1 Baseball, wrote a great piece this week about how Mississippi State is back. And I wouldn't go that far yet because the road doesn't get any easier. We've got series. We start with LSU, then we got A&M, we got Florida, and then we got Vanderbilt. So we finna know. We don't know yet, but we finna. Yeah. But how about them freaking dogs, man? Have a weekend, Diamond Dogs, making 2 out of 3 from the defending national champs, scoring 30-plus runs on them and just freaking having a day, man. I was just beside myself this weekend. So my best of the week is Mississippi State baseball is back, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I just have a couple comments to make on your on your best of the week that, I just want to keep you in check here. First off, Tennessee was very smart to throw that game in the tournament. Because you want to be rested. You want to be rested going into the March Madness. You don't want to play those 2 extra games. And what does an SEC championship mean when you're trying to win a national championship? Am I right, Tennessee fans?
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay. I also want to just go ahead and put the tombstone on LSU. They have taken the mantle, as Rusty can say, and then I have a say in this now. LSU now will get a say in it. And if you win, you have to sell your soul to win a College World Series. And State has not made the postseason since they won the College World Series. Ole Miss has not made the postseason since they won the College World Series, and LSU won last year. So it is. I'm glad you beat them early when they're ranked number 2, because in about 3 weeks you're going to be unranked with no wins.
Sorry, Tiger
we know
fans.
how this goes.
Yeah, sorry, Tiger fans. We don't make the rules. Just is what they is. So you got to go by it, man. Sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, when you lose when it takes a special roster to win a College World Series. You look at the guys that State lost after they made their run, and Ole Miss lost after they made the run, and LSU lost, Paul Skeens. I mean, everybody. And so it just goes to show you how there's a lot of luck involved in winning a College World Series too, because you have to have the talent and you have a very finite window with that talent, and you need experienced talent, and you've got to win it before they leave. And so Ole Miss and Mississippi State and LSU all just hit it at the right time, man. And so maybe LSU can string it along. Lord knows they've been historically contenders for a lot longer than Ole Miss and Mississippi State have. So
listen, and I hate to burst your bubble, but their roster is too talented to be down this year. I mean, they're deep top to bottom. Yes, they're missing Paul.
You make the
Skeens
jokes
and
while
Cruz.
you have the opportunity.
I mean, that's it, man. You know, we play this team late April, early May, and maybe a different song and dance, but they're still coming
Tommy
together.
Tanks playing third base.
Tommy Tanks, they got that first baseman with the blonde hair. I forget his name, but he's made an
still
incredible. There. Yeah, he's been like, this is his 8th year. He's a Stetson Bennett of college baseball. Yeah. Just a great ball player. LSU's way too deep to be down. So listen, I'm not gonna let you kill my vibe tonight. Shout out Rihanna. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't really have a beef this week. One hasn't really popped out to me. I guess my beef is that Mississippi State took 2 out of 3 to LSU and beat Tennessee. I mean, that's probably my beef.
That's a good problem to have if life's going that well. Then those are your worst beefs, man.
Yeah. Life's pretty good. I've said on this show before how I've tried to be more cognizant of the good things that happen, because I always have a list of beefs. And so maybe this is a sign that I'm actually turning a corner here. But I promise you, I'll have a good beef next week.
I believe. I got 2.
I haven't had to stay in a hospital in a couple weeks. So
hopefully that stays the case. I've got 2 real quick ones. My first one is, it happened last weekend at WWE SmackDown in Memphis. It's a phony beef. I'm not super beefing about it because I thought it was hilarious and it was in good taste. But The Rock and his song from the center of the ring in Memphis, calling out John Morant for waving a gun around and saying, "I love you, brother." It was actually really tongue in cheek. It was really funny. Very tongue in cheek call out a job. But shout out to The Rock as my first half of my beef of the week. The other beef is a little bit more like ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, cannot get mascots right?
Oh, I have a beef. Put college baseball stats on your app.
Yes. Well, that's a big beef.
Terrible.
Man, get freaking mascots right.
I can't even find an app that has college baseball live stats.
No. I got a Mississippi State one. I got a Mississippi State one that I use, but that's about it. But my beef with ESPN is get freaking mascots right. It is a Division I basketball program, and it's the Michigan State Spartans versus the Mississippi State Bisons. Like, who even is the Bisons?
Nothing makes me madder than they put Mississippi State Rebels or Ole Miss Bulldogs. Like, that happens way too often.
Who was it? It was Arkansas that called it the Mississippi Bulldogs, and it's like, no, we're Mississippi State Bulldogs, but yeah, we're the Mississippi State Bisons, and it kind of blew up on Twitter.
That's better than Bulldogs, if I'm being honest with you.
Get out of here! It became a running joke on Mississippi State Twitter. It was actually kind of funny, just watching people kind of taking a run with. There's a ton of great AI generated Mississippi State Bison memes, and like we stampede at dawn tomorrow, all this kind of stuff. Like, it's been pretty funny. But ESPN, get it right, man. Like, it ain't even like ballpark. Like, it'd be one thing if it was like the Mississippi State Danes or something. Like, but the Bison, like, not even the same family.
What's a Dane? How is that?
A Great Dane, like a dog?
Oh, come on. That's not being called the Bison is more imaginable for the mess up than a Dane. They picked the wrong dog.
Maybe a Doberman. That's what I'm saying. A Doberman. How about a Doberman? Like I don't know. It just felt like
the problem is the B. It's the Bulldog and Bison. That's how you get it mixed up. Nobody says Rusty and Drew. Like, I can see how you get that mixed up. It's like, no, it's Drew and I don't know. I've gone
I
too
get
far
called
down
Randy
this
a lot.
analogy.
I'll say that. I do get called Randy a fair amount. And I'm like,
Rusty and Randy. I get that. Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Nobody's going to mix up your name. Be like, what's your name? Darnell? No, not even close. Like,
No.
Randy, I can see how you got that, but no, it's Rusty.
I got a really funny story about being compared to Dion for the Patreon one day that we'll talk about later. But anyway, I
Deion
digress.
Sanders?
No, it's funny. It's when I was in college. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, man, just like get your mascots right. ESPN, worldwide leader of sports, get it right. And The Rock, it's a good thing I like you, bro. It's a good call out of job, but it's a good thing I like you. I thought it was funny.
Love that stuff though, because
so good.
It's such a niche, like it's such a special to itself form of entertainment that I love the crowd booing whenever arena that they're in, they find something and then they just go to war with the people in the arena. It's great. And Jaw was low hanging fruit, but they could have went much. They could have went much worse with Memphis.
I thought it was great. I thought it was well done.
I
The
did
Rock
too.
was funny. It was tongue in cheek. I saw it on
He's
Memphis
such
News.
a good showman. Yeah.
Yeah, he is, man. He is.
He did a
everything that's good
pregame
about it.
dash through Target buying stuff for folks. I mean,
Listen.
And he did say like that he was back home because
Yeah.
he cut his teeth at Memphis Wrestling like a lot of
with
those
his
guys
dad.
did.
Yeah.
And
And I've got his tequila over here in my liquor cabinet. Shout out to The Rock. Big fan of yours, man. I know you're a big fan of the show. Thanks for listening and all that. So appreciate you.
What's up, Dwayne?
What up, bro? All right, man. Let's move into that commercial break. I know you got a very special announcement for us before we head in.
Guys, we have a sponsor,
Let's
a paid
go.
sponsor. Okay. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who in the world would sponsor a segment on this show? And I would say no favoritism was shown at all. This is somebody who approached us who we've never spoken to before. And no favors were done. They watched the show and they're huge fans. They thought we could bring something to their business. So this is a total stranger out of left field, but we're thankful for their service and their patronage. But I would like to tell you about Vicky Gann, CPA.
Shout out Mama Vicky. Let's go.
Mama Vicky. I told her, I said, Mom, don't do me any favors. I said, I understand that we're trying to build this up and we would love to have sponsors, but don't do us any favors. Only do it if you feel like it would help you. And she said, I believe it'll help you. She watches it on YouTube. She sees the amount of people. And for the price, she's like, if I can get 2 people, it's worth it. And I was like, okay. So let me tell you about Vicky Gann, CPA. All right. So Vicky Gann is my mother, and she's the most honest angel woman in the world. She was the first cut of people. Like she was, we're talking about March Madness, the bracket, first 4 out. Well, she was the first out of being mentioned in the Bible. I mean, she's a great woman. Like she was right on the cusp of just getting her name. Could not agree more. And but she is an accountant. She's a certified public accountant. She has 25 years of experience in accounting services. That's payroll, that's personal income taxes, payroll tax preparation, income statements. But she also does QuickBooks training. And so she is an expert. Growing up, I watched my mother go to countless classes for continuing education in regards to QuickBooks. So if you're a small business owner who use QuickBooks for all of your bookkeeping services, it is tax time. And so now's as good a time as any if you have any questions, to get those questions answered. And if you have those questions, please direct them to my mother, Miss Vicky Gann. You can contact her. Here's
watch this.
There you go, Rusty. Yeah.
Ta-da.
All right. Hey, look at this, Mom. Big time. Big time. You can contact her. Her phone number is 662-415-6446, or email her at Vicky VICKI Gann CPA@gmail.com. Or you can swing by her office at 1527 Highway 72 in Corinth, Mississippi. That's Vicky Gann CPA@gmail.com. Go see Mama. Tell her you heard about her services from the $2 Sports Show. It would make her day. And it would also, I mean, that's what they do this for. Like I said, she wants some help. She wants some advertisement, and we want to give that to her. So go check out Vicky Gann CPA at 1527 Highway 72 in Corinth, Mississippi, or call her at 662-415-6446.
not just the level of individual talent that he plays with, but it's also the level of his mind. We haven't gotten cross-court open shot this year.
Right.
We haven't seen that pass a lot. Number one, you got to respect him going to the basket. There's a roller. I got to watch the roller. He has the mind to be able to say, I see all of that, but now I see this guy over here. I'm going to get him this open shot. How shifty he is to always be going forward. It's usually side to side.
Yeah.
His dribble moves are side to side, but going forward.
Right.
Which is very hard to defend. I just want to get you, as many times can I get you to do this? But for him, it's not here. It is here, which is what are his moves to get down the floor. It's awkward for a defender to try to catch a cadence. You dribble. So now what I do is now when you go put that ball down, I'm going for it. But with him, it's hard for my cadence. But what's my cadence for you? I don't know what it is.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Who do you need to step it up? Outside of David Jones, I think David Jones is David Jones.
I don't think you need him to step it up because he's been performing.
Yeah, like he's David Jones. Like outside of him, he's fine.
I think Quinterly needs to play better.
In what way? Like, I mean, he's facilitating the ball well. I mean, I don't.
2 at 12 from the field's not cutting it.
It's not great. It's not great.
And I don't need a runner 3 from the top of the key with 3.5 seconds left.
Is Virginia the game where Jordan Brown is going to cook? Those dudes aren't looking to run the ball.
Cook what? Dude, I thought he was going to have a freaking night. He came out with that fresh cut, lined up, and then literally within the first 15 seconds missed a wide open layup. And then picked up 2 fouls right away.
I feel real lied to because I thought we were getting a 20 and 10 guy.
Didn't think it did anything for you.
Well, I
think we all thought we were getting a 20 and 10 guy. And we are getting that in David Jones.
I'm not even getting 20 or 10 minutes out of the guy.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the $2 Sports Shows. We're fixing a deep dive into one of our favorite things to do every year. Real quick before we do that, though, just a reminder, $5 a month gets you access to the Bluff City Media Insiders. You get a ton of great access to content creators through our Discord. There's some cool shows that are coming up that was highlighted today on the Daily Grind, a basketball insider show that's coming just for our subscribers. So, again, $5 a month gets you access to us via Discord, all the other great content creators on this network, and a ton of other cool stuff that's coming down the pipe, Drew. I'm excited to be a part of a network that's like this. It's doing creative things for its members. But enough of that. It is time. Yeah, Bluff City Media, shout out. We love you guys. It just couldn't be more fired up to be a part of the network. But it is time for the Battle Royale of all Battle Royales. Think Royal Rumble from WWE and then times 10. Because this is where it's at. This is March Madness. This is Mascot Madness. And this is the $2 Sports Show. Let's go.
There's nothing that America loves more than a bracket. You put anything in a bracket and we cheer for it. There's people that don't care anything at all about college basketball but love brackets. It's the single elimination that is just the purest form of entertainment when it comes to a playoff scenario. Everybody needs a bracket, single elimination, and let crazy madness happen. So we're going to get started. For you guys, here's Rusty's mascot.
Yeah.
Everybody say hey to Shelby,
Say what's up,
41-pound Doberman.
Mm-hmm. The second dog of the podcast, since Ted was here first. Miss Shelby's she's being wild, so I'm going to hold her for a second while we start. And it's ironic as we start at the top of the East bracket that there's now a dog in your frame.
Yeah. So this is going to just be picked by mascot, and it's not favorite mascot. It's not prettiest mascot. It's who would win in a fight.
Yep.
So I'll have the bracket here. I'll be inputting the bracket. I'll be calling out the names. Rusty, for at least the second segment that we're doing here up until the Sweet 16, your job is going to be Googling what's this mascot's school. So here we go.
Can do.
The number 1 overall seed, the Yukon Huskies. Get your top and fingers ready. Play Stetson. Do you know the mascot of Stetson?
See, Drew, I'm a good talk show co-host because in the commercial break, I went ahead and Googled it.
All right, what is it?
So it's the Hatters.
The Hatters. Okay, so this
it's
may be easy because I don't know
tracks.
what a Hatter is.
Listen, as a owner of a new puppy, and I have seen what a dog can do to a hat, I am firmly convinced that the Huskies win this one pretty easily.
Oh yeah, especially. I mean, a Husky would do very awful things to your puppy, and so I'm going to say that if a Husky could beat your puppy, they can beat a hat.
Probably.
The transitive property wins, and the Yukon Huskies will move on into the round of 32.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of wildlife battles here. Next one, the Florida Atlantic Owls versus the Northwestern Wildcats. So this one's kind of, you got a land versus air kind of battle here. Do you have any thought? What's your first thought that pops in your head? And keep in mind, we're going to have to keep it a little quicker.
Yeah. The Owls have the tactical advantage because they have the high ground, but they're both apex predators. I mean, I think if the owl can be agile like they can, and I've had some close encounters with owls while I was deer hunting, dude, honestly, it's going to be hard to pick against the owl. I mean, wildcats are wild.
I agree with you.
That high ground matters.
What is always overlooked about an owl is just the size of an owl. Those things can be massive. You get the right one. Yeah. And so I agree with you. A couple plucks at the eye, and the wildcat is kind of helpless. Then you could just kind of be left to be taken out by other wildlife. So yeah, I'm with you. Owls. Then you go old school. You go back into ancient times because you've got the San Diego State Aztecs versus the University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers. And Blazers could be a vehicle. Their mascot is a dragon.
It could be a dinner jacket. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Yeah. Is it a smoking jacket? Is it if it's OJ's Blazer, that's pretty dangerous.
That's pretty dangerous.
But their mascot is a dragon. So I'm guessing it's a dragon, a fire-breathing dragon.
Probably.
Which is pretty formidable. I mean,
it is. I'm going to paraphrase Mike Leach here and say that an Aztec on a horse would be a problem, but a fire-breathing dragon. I mean, we've seen Shrek. A donkey can tame a dragon, but I don't know that an Aztec can. Give me the dragon.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Game of Thrones, or I've seen Game of Thrones, and a proper dragon can take down cities. So yeah, Andy Kennedy and his dragon gets to move on.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
My favorite Andy Kennedy story was when they were in the Tad Pad at Ole Miss when he was the coach, and he was complaining about how poor the Tad Pad was functionality-wise, and he had a reporter and came out to half court, and he pointed up at the top of the dome, and he said, "You see those blue dots?" The reporter said, "Yeah." He said, "That's the sky."
Obviously, my favorite is when he's getting pushed in the back of a cop car drunk in New York City saying, "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
He wasn't even an Ole Miss coach at that time. You got the Auburn Tigers. You're going to see a lot of Tigers here, including the Yale. Play Yale. Yale is the
Bulldogs.
So Tigers versus Bulldogs. Tigers.
We love a good bulldog, but they're not the most agile species.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
You've got the Cougs, the BYU Cougars. Rusty, what is the mascot for Duquesne?
The Dukes. Not the mayonnaise, but the Dukes.
Because if it was the mayonnaise, we'd be in, I'd revolt. So what is a Duke?
So a Duke is like a
a
royalty,
clergyman.
Yeah, he's like a clergyman, like royalty, like the Duke of Earl or whatever. He's some kind of pompous guy with a big collar. A cougar, give me a cougar all day long, man. Over some pompous.
I would
plush.
I would take Mormons over them. You got the Illinois, make some Illinois fighting.
Shout out Lauren Massey.
Yeah, shout out Lauren. I know if he's in our bracket, I know this is who he's got winning it. The Fighting Illini, which is a
Native American warrior,
Native American tribe, the Illini, versus Morehead State. Morehead State
are the Eagles.
Are the Eagles. So the Eagles versus a tribe of ancient Indians.
I mean, they have feathers in their hats for a reason.
To dragons,
I mean, Illini,
good
like Chief
point.
Illini has feathers in his hat for a reason. He's got the tribal
Eagle
headgear with a bunch of
feathers?
eagle feathers. Give me Illini,
Ah,
Chief Illini.
This one already happens. What you're saying?
Yeah,
So okay,
we have a precedent set here.
yeah. You got some more Cougs. You got the Washington State Cougs, RIP to the great Mike Leach,
Mike Leach
versus Drake.
Yet
And
another
Drake
Bulldog.
are the Bulldogs. So, yeah, I just hate how many Bulldogs and Tigers we're going to have here. So this one's pretty quick. We both agree a Cougar would be the Bulldog.
Hands down, and twice on Sundays.
Yeah. All right. Oh no, I'm watching the video. Pick it. There we go. All
so,
right,
Mike, you got it.
yeah, Iowa State Cyclones versus my favorite mascot of all time, the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. And this is easy too. A cyclone, man.
It's a force of nature, man.
It's an act of God. These active gods have a hard time losing in these matchups. Yeah, I'm all the way in on Iowa State on that one. Do you disagree?
I do not. I do not disagree. Give me the Cyclones all day long.
All right. We've got a Tar Heel, which I'm guessing is a Billy Goat. What is
their mascot? Is their own field mascot or their dressed up mascot is a ram, so that's what we're gonna go with.
Okay. Versus the Wagner
Seahawks.
So you got another big bird, a water bird, versus a ram. You've got the air versus land. And I'll be honest with you, if a wildcat cannot beat an owl, I don't see how a goat can beat a Seahawk. I mean, we just got, for continuity's sake, we just have to go with the Seahawk, right?
There was a reason that we struggled fighting the Germans in World War I because they had the tactical advantage through the air until we could catch up. You give somebody the tactical advantage in the air, they win every time. Give me the Seahawks.
All right. Now, this is one I'm going to have to challenge Rusty to be non-partial about because this is pretty cut and dry. You have got the Mississippi State Bulldogs, a dog that does not even breathe well, a dog that cannot run if it tried, versus the Spartans. And I don't know if you've ever seen like 300 or Troy or any of those old mythological movies from wars. The Bulldogs stands no chance. They probably eat Bulldogs.
I love my Bulldogs. Love Mississippi State. Bleed maroon and white. But man has been taming dogs for the last thousands of years. And so I don't think maybe Sparty maybe beats him, but maybe he tames him, he becomes a pet. So give me the Spartans.
He may not die, but he will not win in the fight. Yeah.
He will not.
You put him in the arena and he will fall. And they'll be eating
100%.
Bulldog.
Yeah.
All right. The Grand Canyon, I know they are the Antelopes, the 12 seed, play the 5 seed St. Mary's
Gales,
which
a clergyman,
a guy named Gale. Not really thinking. I actually think an antelope would win.
You know what? We're going nature. I think he's a man of the cloth. He's probably a pacifist. That antelope get him up on them hind legs and start throwing hands. Give me the antelope. I'm here for it.
You know, antelopes have horns, right? Why would they be throwing hands? It's not.
You ever watch a deer fight? That's what they do. They lean back and they throw hands.
Yeah. They also have horns, which I think would be their first mode of action.
Maybe.
If the thing they're fighting doesn't have horns. All right. So the Lopes, moving on to this round of 36. You've got a Crimson Tide. The Tide. We talk about the Tide. Going against College of Charleston. They are
Cougars.
The Cougars. Tell you what,
Cougar.
Lots of Cougars.
Lots of Cougars.
Rusty, I know you're in the market for some Cougars. So I mean, just fill out your bracket. You could go up against a Cougar that you like. But
yeah, maybe. But can Cougars swim in a Crimson Tide? I think about Creed, and I bet that looked like the Tide at Omaha Beach. But give me the Tide, man. They're gonna wash them Cougars away. They can't swim. Give me the Crimson Tide.
Against Rusty's best interest, the Tide will take away all Cougars.
Oh man,
sorry, buckets. We've got a Tiger of Clemson versus the New Mexico Lobos, which is
I think they have a dog.
House?
It's a dog.
A dog. Need more dog. Don't need no cat.
No
Need
kitty
more
cats.
dog.
Can't pet that dog.
And so what
It's
is
a
a
wolf.
Lobo?
It's a wolf.
wolf.
It is a
Okay.
wolf.
I can kind of see that from the logo now.
Yeah. Maybe we just
So
do
a
our
wolf
homework.
against a tiger.
Hmm.
What say you?
Ooh,
I think it's a pretty good fight. It's one I'd watch.
I think it's a good fight. It's one I'd pay to watch. Wolves are crafty, but they're pack animals. So if it's just a singular wolf, I'm taking the tiger. But you give me a wolf pack like we'll have in a little bit. We talked about this last year. Give me a pack of wolves. This is a singular wolf. I think the tiger has the tactical advantage. Give me the tigers.
Yeah, the lone wolf always dies, but the pack survives.
That's it, man.
Right.
You remember that. There's some depth to that for our listeners.
And, a tiger is a cat, and cats, by definition, are probably more built to fight, more dexterity.
They have better dexterity.
Dexterity. See, I was trying to make that a verb, I guess, or an adjective.
Lord help.
I don't even know parts of speech. All right, we got a bear versus Colgate toothpaste.
That's what I said. It's 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this college, but their mascot is the Red Raiders.
The Red Raiders. So I don't know, Rusty. What do you think?
Again, age-old battle. You got a Red Raider fighting a bear. We've both seen.
Are we talking about like Lara Croft's Raider, or are we talking like the Black Hole Las Vegas Raiders?
I'm thinking
the Oakland Raiders.
I'm thinking more Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
But we talked about this last year, I believe. This kind of came up. We had like Red Raiders. We had something against a bear. We talked about the Revenant with Leo. Leo survived a bear fight, but it's a freaking bear, man. Bears are hard to beat. Give me the bear. I'm going full nature here. Give me the big Bruin, the big Baylor bear.
Beat Battlestar Galactica. We've got the Flyers of Dayton versus the Wolfpack of Nevada, however you want to say it. So a flyer, I don't know, is that just an airplane?
Again, yeah, I guess so. That's what I'm.
Does it come with a pilot?
So. Again, do they have weapons? Like, do they have bombs and machine guns on this thing? Because otherwise, are you just flying around? Eventually, you're gonna run out of gas or steam.
It doesn't say Dayton fighter jets. It just says
flyers.
Flyers. They could be.
Could it be? It could be. What are those red wagons? Those red flyers.
Red Flyers. Yeah, that's right.
Red Flyers. Give me a wagon, man. Again, a wolf pack
and
is
their
a problem.
colors are red.
A wolf pack is a problem.
A real.
Give me the wolf pack. That's a problem.
Wolf pack could probably beat a bear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's happened on that in Yellowstone or National Geographic or somewhere. So give me the wolf pack, man. Wolf pack is a problem.
Yeah. We've got the Arizona Wildcats facing off against Long Beach State. Their baseball team is called the Dirtbags, but that's not.
Yeah, but they're the Sharks. They got a shark as their mascot. I don't know what they're actually called, but the Long Beach State, their mascot is a shark named LB, which is a terrible name for a shark. Who names a shark LB?
It's spelled out initials LB from.
That tracks.
All right, what is there?
It's a shark that dances on the sideline, which gives it a stark advantage.
Beach. It's the beach.
What?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look it up. But yeah, I think it's the beach is what they call it.
Because they've got when you look up Long Beach State Athletics, their nickname is their mascot is LB. Yeah, their nickname is the Beach. So if it's just the sand, go pound sand, man.
Yeah, it is.
Give me the Wildcat.
Long Beach State, the Beach is their nickname. Their mascot is LB. So do we want to? Is it their nickname or is it their mascot? Because if you take mascot out, you've got to really, we're
going with, so far we've stayed chalk with what the name is. So it would be the Beach, and that's a lame mascot. Therefore you lose in a fight. What are you going to do? Yeah. You're very passive in this. The Wildcat can just dig a hole. It's not even a contest.
We'll go to higher ground.
That's right.
Pretty swift animals.
That's it.
And you've got another cougar, Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, you want to tell me what the mascot of Longwood is?
Oh,
be careful.
Yeah, real careful. There was a joke about Morehead State earlier that I left alone, but
Elwood
the horse. The horse is a horse. Elwood the horse. Lancers, there it is. Longwood University Lancers, and their mascot is a horse.
Oh.
So I'm thinking it's like the
Oh,
old,
that's
like,
awesome.
what was
It's
that
like
Heath
Knight's
Ledger
Tale.
movie? First
Knight's
Night.
Tale. A Knight's
Knight's
Tale.
Tale. That was it. Knight's Tale. Thank
Come
you.
on.
The Heath Ledger movie. Come on, man.
R.I.P.
Versus a cougar. I mean, a lancer, a man on a horse. Heath Ledger on a horse with a lance could keep a cougar at bay.
Oh, I agree. Mainly because I want to see them advance in this bracket here.
We have to keep talking about Longwood. Give me the Lancers.
Yeah, give me Longwood. They will play the winner of a Cornhusker and an Aggie, an agricultural man.
Yeah, an absolute dud here. You got two like
you got two. Now this would be a bum fight.
This two good old boys just wailing on each other, just country strong, corn fed,
overalls, no shirt underneath it.
Yeah, straw hats, barefooted. Just I'm thinking like a Family Guy scene, just like
whoever
wailing
gets
on
their
one
dip
another.
knocked out first loses.
Yeah, whoever swallows the dip first loses. Simply
I'm
because
not
I am
thinking Texas A&M.
I'm anti-Colt. Give me the Cornhuskers. I was just fixing to say I can't pick the Colt. Anti-Colt.
Yeah.
We are an anti-Colt sports show. Give me the Cornhuskers.
Yeah. All right, we're going to start moving through these a little bit quicker here.
Yeah,
we've got
we'll be here all night.
the Wisconsin Badgers versus the James Madison. They're the Dukes too, right?
The Dukes. A Badger is a problem. They're a tough little son of a gun. They scrappy. They're not scared of anybody. I'm taking a Badger personally.
A Badger? I like a Badger. And then you've got the Blue Devils of Duke versus Vermont.
The Catamounts, which is a variation of a wild cat. I mean, we got plenty of
another
those.
Another cat, a mounted cat maybe.
Yeah, mountain cat, but
a blue devil. A blue devil.
Dead.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as threatening as a red devil, but a blue devil is pretty lethal. We got another Raider. Got another Red Raider. The Texas Tech Red Raiders versus another Wolfpack. Wolfpacks are a problem.
They're a problem.
Just stay consistent with that. We're going to go Wolfpack here.
100%.
I hate how many cat mascots there are. We've got the Wildcats of Kentucky versus the Oakland Bears, I believe. Grizzlies. Go Grizz.
Grizzlies. Go Grizz.
Yeah, go Grizz. We like your
Let's
Grizz.
go Grizz, man. Come on. Give me the Grizz.
The next one we've got that's going to be who won the playing game.
They're playing
Boise
right
and
as we're
Colorado.
recording this on Wednesday night. It is 26-24 Colorado over Boise State right now, early in the first half.
All right, so you've got the Boise State
Broncos
versus the Colorado Buffaloes.
Buffaloes.
I think both of those would beat a Gator.
Yeah, they've got they got the higher ground.
I really hope the Buffalo wins. I think we just have to pick the Gator though, because we don't know who wins. Like for the next matchup, who do you what?
We're going no. Look, right now Colorado's winning in the game that is being played. Oh, it's halftime. Sorry, it's halftime. 26-24. That's a win in my book. Give me the Buffaloes over the Broncos. Give me the Buffaloes over the Gators.
I like that pick. The Marquette Eagles versus Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. So somebody who stands at the top of a hill, high ground matters, but you don't do anything but stand there. You stand at the top of the hill versus an eagle, a golden eagle at that.
Again, we're staying chalk. You get the higher ground. Aerial assault wins every time.
All right. We got the Boilermakers. Are these drinks? Or are these shovel coal? I think they are. They shovel coal. I mean, they're the trains. You know,
right? They're down there shoveling the coal, keeping the train running. It's a tiger, man. You put a tiger and a man in a closed room. We've seen this happen. Like we know what happens.
Yeah, I was looking up what the Grambling State.
They're tigers.
Mascot. Okay, mascot.
Tigers.
Okay, I agree with that. Then a tiger versus a person. A person's not going to win.
Yeah.
A Ute, which is I guess some youths.
Nope.
If you've watched My Cousin Vinny.
Hang on. That's good. Utah State is the Aggies. We have another agricultural man. Great reference and joke, but we have another agricultural man here against a horned frog.
I tell you what, you got a redneck and a horned frog.
We've seen what happens. You watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? We thought you was a toad. And then John Goodman just squishes that toad in his hand. So give me the Aggie all day long.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. We've got another Bulldog versus McNeese State, which are the Racers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Racers. A man on horseback. I guess like a barrel racer.
Cowboys.
Oh, are the Cowboys?
Yeah, they're the Cowboys. They're the Cowboys and
Who am I
Cowgirls. So
thinking
it's there is a racer.
Oh, Murray.
Murray State, right up the road. My Northern Kentucky
Murray.
brethren or Southern Kentucky brethren right up here from Martin.
The other Kentucky.
Listen, a cowboy on a horse is going to lasso a bulldog and win that fight pretty easily. So give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, Bulldogs are useless.
Not in the next fight, though. Not in the next fight.
Yeah. Jayhawk, which is a bird that has no predatory instincts at all, versus a bulldog.
Give me the Bulldogs. Finally, we get a bulldog matchup we can win.
Now we got two waterfowl. We've got two birds.
Yep.
A gamecock,
which is a
which I'm
fighting
assuming
chicken.
has spurs. Yeah.
It's a fighting chicken.
Versus Puddles the duck. Poor Puddles. R.I.P. Puddles.
R.I.P. Puddles.
R.I.P. Puddles. The gamecock moves on. We've got the Creighton Blue Jays versus the Akron Rusty
Zips, which is the bolt of lightning. And the bolt of lightning, man, there ain't much you can do with that. If it strikes you, that's a wrap.
Yeah, I agree, especially if you're a Blue Jay.
Hey, but shout out to my dad. Rocky got struck by lightning and survived. So shout out Rockman.
Hey, pouring out for Rockman. We got the Texas Longhorns versus the Colorado State
Rams.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Longhorn all day, man.
Yeah. And then you got a Volunteer from Tennessee versus St. Peter's.
A Peacock. The Peacocks. I can't pick Tennessee.
That's a pretty fair fight, I think.
I can't pick the Volunteer. I can't pick Tennessee.
Yeah.
Give me the Peacocks.
I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
Gotta let me fly, Cap. Shout out Mark Wahlberg.
All right. We've made it to the round of 32. We're going to bust through these, and then we're going to take a break and get to our finish out the Elite Eight, Final Four, and championship game. So back at the top, we've got the Huskies and the Owls. UConn versus FAU. What say you, Rusty?
Aerial assault, man. An owl is an apex predator.
You've got a blazing dragon from Alabama, Birmingham versus Auburn Tigers. So you got an in-state matchup here. So I've got to pick the flaming dragon, the blazing
100%.
dragon. You've got
100%.
You've got BYU, the Cougs versus a pack of Fighting Illini.
Again, this is an age-old battle. Give me the Illini, man. A pack of them, especially.
Washington State Cougars versus the Iowa State Cyclones. It's just hard to pick against an act of God.
Shout out T-Pain.
Yeah. Why
Move your body like a cyclone.
Gotcha. I'm here. I'm with you.
Keep up, man. Keep up.
A Seahawk versus the Spartans.
This might be the only time the aerial assault doesn't work because it's a freaking Spartan, man.
Yeah, you've got a Spartan army, and I'm sure they've got those catapults and with flaming fireballs and
shields
stuff.
And all kind of stuff.
Yeah. That would be a pretty easy fight, I think. You've got the Antelopes from Grand Canyon versus the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Can antelopes swim? Nobody knows.
Nah.
Give me the Tide.
Yeah, they seem pretty landlocked, if you ask me. I see antelopes on prairies, not on beaches.
Not on beaches.
You've got a Tiger versus a Bear, Clemson versus Baylor. Pretty good matchup.
Yeah.
I know that the Bear
is it
has
agility or is it brute strength? Yeah, is it brute strength or agility?
That's the age-old question, I think. If a bear could get a hold of him, I'd like the bear. But can he? Or she? We're not assigning genders to these bears.
Absolutely not. This is just Mascot Battle
Most
Royale.
of them don't wear pants anyway, so they have nothing.
It's 2024. They can be whatever they want.
They don't wear pants, so we can't tell. So
give me the bear. I'm a big guy. I got a bear tattooed on my arm. Give me the bear.
Yeah, there you go. You've got a wolf pack versus I think I got that one wrong. The
No,
Beach. The Wildcats beat the
beat the Beach. Yeah, we picked the Wildcats and a whole pack of Wolves. Give me the Wolf Pack.
Yeah, I like that as well. Longwood.
Longwood.
Longwood. And I'm telling you something. Some Huskers have always struggled with some Longwood. Husker Longwood.
We going Longwood. We going Longwood. Give me Longwood and the horse all day long. Let's go.
It's
so ironic that it's a horse, like right, like moving right along.
Yeah. We've got the Blue Devils from Kentucky. The Blue Devils from Duke. Yeah. Sorry. Versus the Wisconsin Badgers. Again, it's a doom of biblical proportions here.
Yeah. I got to go Blue Devils here.
NC State Wolfpack, another Wolfpack. We're going to have to get rid of one of these Wolfpacks before we get too far down the road. Versus the Oakland Grizzlies.
It's right here, man. Go Grizz. 901, baby. Go Grizz.
Go Grizz. I'm with you. For the sake of the argument, we chose the Buffalo versus the Golden Eagle, which we're Patriots here, Rusty.
We are.
We're Patriots, and we love a good aerial attack. And Eagles are a majestic bird.
USA. One of my favorite memories of Drew, we're on a bachelor party. We round a corner, and there's 4 bald eagles in a tree, and I just hear from behind me, I've never wanted to punch a terrorist in the face so bad in my life.
We all sat upright and saluted those majestic birds as we floated.
Pretty sure
wobbly down to Buffalo. Yeah. Yeah. American boys and American something like
guys and girls, something anyway. Shout out RIP Toby Keith.
The Grambling State, what'd you say they were?
Tigers.
Go Tigers. Versus the Utah State Wolfpack.
Aggies here. So Aggies. You cannot remember this mascot for nothing, man.
I know. I'm thinking Utah. I'm mashing up Utah and Nevada and getting Utah State.
I mean, it's probably pretty close because it's Utah and they're Nevada colors, so that's actually not bad. But give me the Tigers.
You can see the logic. Yeah. Okay.
100%.
Tigers. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
The McNeese State Cowboys. Speaking of Toby Keith.
Should have been a Cowboy.
Should have been a Cowboy. He's going to beat the Sanford Bulldogs.
100%.
The snub-nosed dogs that can't breathe. Yeah. A Gamecock versus a flash of lightning, a zip of lightning from Akron.
We are pro forces of natures around here, man. Yeah. Give me the zips.
Yeah. And then we've got the Longhorns from Texas versus St. Peter's. Remind me what they were. Google. Hurry.
Yeah, I just closed out of it. Hang on. If I was a good co-host, I'd have that. The Peacocks. That's right. How can I forget what the Peacocks?
Yeah,
let me fly. We can't pick against the Peacocks, right?
I can't against a Longhorn Bull. So, all right, Rusty. Take us to break here. We're going to hit the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four, and the championship game right on the other side.
I'm just big on being able to vocalize what someone's role is. I always thought my best coaches were the people that let me know exactly what you expect from me. Now, I might not like it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you come to me man to man to say, this is how we think we're gonna play you, bang, 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 and hopefully everybody understand. I'm not saying that this has not been done with this team. I'm just saying from my experience, we all have egos when we get to this game. Right. All of us, to the last person on the bench, you got an ego, but all of us can't be the man. Yeah. You got to be able to say, okay, he's the man, but what do I do and what can I do to help us be good? And if it's vocalized to you, then you know exactly and if I'm out there doing it and now I'm not getting the result from you, now we got to sit down and have another conversation. But as long as it is told to you, this is what we expect from you, this is how we want you to play, then I feel like, again, keeping this logo. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. All right, Christian.
Yes.
You are Penny Hardaway.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Today. You're going to play act. Okay? Gabe, because you're a Jordan Brown apologist, you're going to be Jordan Brown.
I'm a Jordan Brown apologist. Okay.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Y'all are sitting across the room from each other.
I said, don't tweet him hate. And he's like, you're an apologist. Like, good God. But either way, continue. We're in a room together.
Why did things break down?
Jordan, we brought you in this year to be the centerpiece of our offense. You came in out of shape. Let's call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. We play fast. Told you this when we were recruiting you. We play fast. One of the fastest paces in the country. You have to be able to get up and down the floor. You have failed at that.
Oh, well, I'm leaving. So it's fine. Cool.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the $2 Sports Show. We are here in the home stretch, and if you are paying attention, we had switched places, and now we're back. So we're here in the Sweet 16. Drew, let's get this thing to the finish line, brother.
Yeah, here we go. First Sweet 16 matchup is going to be the Owls from Florida Atlantic versus a Dragon from Birmingham, Alabama.
Give me the Dragons. Go Dragons.
Yeah. This is interesting. We've got the Fighting Illini, a tribe, a proud tribe of Indians from the Illinois region, versus a Cyclone. I'm sure that the Indians did see a Cyclone or two if they were actually from Illinois. I mean, you're there close to the danger zone. What do you think?
We've all seen the movie Twister. We know how this goes. Give me the Cyclones, which they're making a remake of, and I'm kind of excited to see. Twister is a great movie.
Yeah, I saw they are doing a remake of Roadhouse 2 that's got Conor McGregor as the antagonist, and I'm going to be out, I think.
I'm afraid I'm going to be out, but because Kurt Russell was just so good.
Yeah. Roadhouse? That's Patrick Swayze. No?
That's what I said. Welcome to the $2 Sports Show.
Hey, who's the coach of the Philadelphia 76ers?
Nick Nolte. Let's go. Nick Nurse.
Kurt Russell is great, but he is not in Roadhouse. We've got the Spartans from Michigan State versus the Crimson Tide.
I'm tired of Alabama being here. They may be the Tide, but the Spartans have been living on a peninsula for eons, and they're still there. Give me the Spartans, man. They're still there.
I'm so sick. Yeah. We have got a Wolfpack versus a Tiger. The Nevada Wolfpack versus a Clemson Tiger. And the Clemson Tigers are made in God's name, image, and likeness, if you haven't forgotten.
Give me the Wolfpack, man. Miss me with that. I am very pro Wolfpack on this show. Anti-Dabo Sweeney.
I'm very pro God. Very, very anti-Dabo.
100%. We're pro God, anti-Dabo.
All right. We got our favorite team, the Longwood versus Duke. And there's a lacrosse team joke there somewhere. I'm not going to make it.
Give me Longwood. Let's go.
Man, I want to clip that so bad. Rusty, one more time.
Give me Longwood. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh God, you get what you pay for.
It's a really good 30 for 30 if you haven't watched it yet. Yeah, this is when we get in the short rows here is when it starts getting a little weird. You've got the Oakland Grizzlies versus the Golden Eagles of Marquette. I love, like I said, I'm a Patriot.
Give me the aerial assault, man. Golden Eagle. I love the Grizz, but an aerial assault wins 9 times out of 10.
We've got a Grambling State Tiger versus McNeese Cowboy. We took McNeese out, or McNeese did take out a Bulldog, and before that, they did take out another Bulldog. Pretty easy path to the Sweet 16 here for the Cowboys. But this is their first test. They go up from 2 Bulldogs. They have slaughtered 2 Bulldogs. And now they go up against a Tiger. And not just a Tiger, but a Tiger from Louisiana.
Ooh.
That is where Grambling's at, right? It is in Louisiana, I believe.
It is in Louisiana.
So, Yeah. What say you?
Give me the
You've got
Tigers.
a Tiger from Louisiana versus McNeese State, coached by Will Wade.
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
But I'll say this. They're no longer America's team. Give me the Tigers, baby. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. We got a zip, a flash of lightning, a lightning bolt. Benjamin Franklin's proudest versus the Longhorns of Texas. We've got to have a Longhorn versus Longwood final, right?
I mean, we do. I'll say this. My papa has a cattle farm. You grew up around cows. I've seen what happens when lightning strikes the cow. It ain't pretty, but it's Bevo, man. It's Bevo.
Ground beef. I do love Bevo. I do love everything. I love their colors. I love their uniforms. I love Bevo. I hate Texas, though.
I do. God, I hate them. I hate them. Horns down for life around here. This podcast, man. Horns down.
Yeah, give me the lightning.
Let's go.
Let's ride the lightning. All right, back to the top. We've got a Blazer.
Shout out George Jones.
Now, this is where the Cyclones have their first challenge.
Ooh.
Because here in the Elite Eight, they fly in a fight against a creature that could probably fly higher. The Blazer, the fire-breathing dragon versus a Cyclone. Now, Cyclones are destructive. They lay waste to anything in their path. But you're really only in danger if you can't get out of their path.
Right.
They are not long. The amount of time in which they're destructive is not very long. I just think that a Blazer could outrun a Cyclone.
It's going to have to be
OJ outran at 55 miles an hour the California State Patrol. Okay.
It's going to have to be a big old cyclone to move a Blazer, a big old dragon. So give me the Blazers, mythological. Shout out Mags, Game of Thrones for the win.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. If you have not watched Game of Thrones, you've got to. It's really good.
I know.
I'm not a fantasy guy. But it's not fantasy. It is in a fantasy world, but it is a chessboard. It is like it is a political thriller set in a different time.
I like political thrillers, so
I'm telling you, if you get past the incest, you'll love it.
I mean, I told one of my best friends in PT school he's going to marry a girl from Arkansas. I said, "Look, man, just make sure her family tree forks." So
you don't want a family bush. You know?
you don't want a straight tree. Anyway, moving right along. Blazers for the win.
An Arkansas family tree is a stick of bamboo.
It's a power pole. That's all it is.
All right. We've got a Spartan versus a wolf pack. I think this is pretty cut and dry, don't you? They got shields and swords.
They got shields and swords. This is where the only time a wolf pack is not a problem. They can get in that little dome thing they do in 300. Give me the Spartans. Yeah,
I feel like the Spartan is the only mascot that we have left that actually has like an IQ that has like strategy. So right. I believe given a week to prepare for their foe, they could come up with something.
What is it? He says, Spartans, what is your profession? I mean, that's all you need to know right there.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on, man. You see 300? Don't leave me hanging like that. Come on, man. That was good. That was a good reference.
Longwood versus our patriotic Golden Eagles. What do you love more, Rusty? Say it.
America or Longwood. Shout out to Lakeland, Tennessee. There's a neighborhood there that's called Morning Woods. And for most of my time in Memphis, somebody would pop the S off of Woods. Now they've got a laminated sign that you can't pop it off anymore.
Oh, see, the youths that, spray paint works on all surfaces, okay?
I think I know what I'm doing Friday night.
You know what? If you are a real estate developer and you design and plan and execute a subdivision and then you bestow upon it the name of Morning Woods, well, then you get what you asked for.
You kind of know what's
you're
coming,
fair
right?
game. Like, I'm not going to defend the graffiti. I'm going to defend the graffiti artist at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
give me Banksy.
The smoke is worth it.
Yeah, give me Banksy, give me Morning Woods, give me Longwood all the way to the finals. Let's go.
He wants a lot of woods. All right.
I'm going to ride it till you make me stop.
Give me Longwood.
Lord, we are devolving. Sorry, Mom.
The name of the episode right there. Give me Longwood. McNeese State Cowboys. Another, I believe that they have some time to grapple with the situation, come to a formation or some sort of strategy. But they're playing against one bolt of lightning. Does the number of Cowboys versus the number of strikes, like one strike of lightning can't take out a camp of Cowboys, can it? Unless they're in a boat.
In theory, probably, but again, this is a mascot with an IQ. If they see, they see Earl get popped by lightning, they're all going to head for cover.
Earl
had to die. Shout out Dixie Chicks. I think the Cowboys can find a way to win this one.
I do too, because every day you hear of somebody like Rockman who survived a strike of lightning, and I've got multiple people. I've never heard of anybody of like a camp of people that get barbecued by lightning. Like on the news, you don't hear about fatal lightning strikes.
No.
Maybe in Oklahoma.
You've seen the movie Hoosiers, right? One of my favorite, Gene Hackman's one of my favorite movies. Good movie.
Not that great of a movie.
There's a guy that's been struck by lightning. At the beginning of the movie, it's 95 times, and he gets popped by lightning, and he goes, 96.
Yeah.
And he's still alive.
It's not that good.
I thought it was great, man. You're anti-American.
So we're going with the Cowboys. We're in our final four buckets. Let me tell you what. This first matchup in our final four is a Westerosi classic for our girl Max. This is straight out of Game of Thrones. You've got a fire-breathing dragon versus the Spartans, an ancient civilization in which technology does not exist. And let me tell you something. Drogon, Daenerys Targaryen's dragon, laid waste to a city. I mean,
all right.
Like, oh my gosh. No spoilers though. I'm very much pro Team Dragon on this one.
I'm taking the resident expert's advice. Give me the dragons.
Yeah. And I think the only thing that could possibly beat a dragon is give me Longwood.
Give me Longwood.
Longwood versus the Cowboys. And I'm telling you what, I've seen Brokeback Mountain. I really haven't.
I did not see that coming.
That was Cowboys that struggle with Longwood, though. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Who won that fight?
Longwood.
From what I've heard. Longwood. Give me Longwood. All right. Oh, man. All right. So, that leaves us with, on April 8th, the fight of all fights. You've got a dragon. You've got a blazer. A fire breather, a hellraiser from Birmingham, Alabama. Versus Longwood.
Drew?
I'll give you $100 right now, Russ, if you can tell me what city Longwood's in.
It ain't Martin, Tennessee.
I'm gonna guess it's in Longwood, but I don't know.
California. Let's say somewhere. Is it in California? Where is it?
Let me Google it real quick. I feel like this is. If I want to crown them a champion, or
we gotta know where they are.
crown it. Yeah, Longwood University. God. They are from, of course, Farmville, Virginia.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, that tracks.
It kind of makes sense with the whole Brokeback Mountain thing we did last time.
I guess so.
From Farmville. Mm-hmm. Longwood versus the Cowboys in Farmville, Virginia. Make that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that I probably could have looked through this bracket one time in the round of 64 and picked out the winner, and that's a blazer. That's a fire-breathing dragon.
I think you're right, man. Every man's dream is to have Longwood win, but I just don't think that that's going to be the case.
Sometimes you just got to come back to reality and realize you just don't have what it takes.
You're up against a dragon. And there's not much you can do.
Yeah. As much as I would love to to put this bracket out that had Longwood as a champion. We've got to be realistic with our listeners. We've got to be.
That's it.
You
We're
know,
pragmatic.
we are. Integrity matters to us.
It does.
We are obviously very highbrow journalists, as you can tell by this show that we've put on, in which we've yelled Longwood at least 24 times. Yeah, Longwood. I mean, UAB. That's our winner. That
UAB Blazers. You want to say Longwood one more time? Blazers, UAB fans, stand up. Birmingham, let's go. UAB.
Let's go. The Iron City.
Iron City. One of the worst traffic spots along my drive home from Myrtle Beach, right there at 65 and 20.
Malfunction Junction.
That's it, man. The Blazers are the champs. Uncle Buck, this was a ton of fun, man. I always look forward to this episode.
Oh man, what a great episode. Listen, we're an hour and 16 minutes into this. If you listen to last year's episode where we did this and you look at this year's episode, I just want everybody to thank us for keeping this under 2 hours.
You're welcome.
Thank you. As the
I want
moderator,
all the credit, none of the blame.
None of the blame. Yeah. I hope everybody sticks to this. This is a lot of fun. And this show is something that Rusty and I do out of purely selfish reasons.
Yeah. And
we love doing it. We love doing it together. And this episode is like the prize possession of what we do this for.
100%.
Just a lot of fun. And so appreciate everybody sticking with us for an hour and 17 minutes and some change. Rusty, is there anything else we need to take care of before we shut this down?
I don't think so, man. If anybody's curious about what our conversations in everyday life look like, it's this episode. So y'all are welcome for a glimpse into the tomfoolery that we do. Shout out to Haley for putting up with our mess for all these years. And shout out to all our listeners, moms, dads, uncles, whoever's listening at this point. Thank y'all for being here.
You can CPA.
Give her a call for all your tax needs. And you know what? There are no refunds for this episode, Uncle Buck.
Give me Longwood.
See y'all next week.
Thank you for listening to the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next time.